Hello, my name is Pat Higgins. I'm the service technician for Davis & Associates. Today we're going to discuss the Sensorswitch occupancy sensors and the programming, simple programming that it takes to go over that. Our occupancy sensors from Sensorswitch operate a little bit differently from everybody else's that are out on the market. Our occupancy sensors, for their dual technology sensors, have a little microphone built inside the sensor itself. That microphone, between the microphone and the motion, is what keeps the lights on for people when they're in the space. The way that that microphone operates is that first the sensor has to see you. At that point, we turn on that microphone. Once the sensor detects vacancy, meaning that it hasn't seen you or heard you for a period of 10 minutes, that occupancy sensor will turn the lights off. When those lights turn off, we keep that microphone on for an additional 10 seconds. After that 10 seconds has expired, we actually turn that microphone off, and the sensor has to see you once again before we'll activate that occupancy sensor and turn on those lights. To do some programming on the occupancy sensor, first thing you got to do is remove your cover. To do that, you rotate it counterclockwise. And on the inside of all of our sensors, we actually have a little instruction sheet for you that actually tells you how to do the programming of that sensor. The first thing that we show you is, we'll go over, is how to make occupancy sensor adjustments as far as time delays. To do a time delay adjustment, what it requires, there's no tools, there's no dip switches on our sensor. It's all done through this push button programming. So to do occupancy time delay, we'll push that button twice. That'll get us into the programming function for the time delay. This one is set for the default, it'll blink back at us 5 times. If we want to make an adjustment, let's push it 9 times, I'll push it to 20 minutes. Now the sensor is going to blink back at us 9 times. It'll do this blink back a total of 3 times to confirm that that's the setting that we want to put that value to. Once that is done blinking back at us 3 times, the sensor will exit the programming mode, and there's no other additional adjustments that need to be done to the sensor. The other thing that we can do with this occupancy sensor is we can adjust the time delay and put it into a test mode. And what we use test mode for is to just ensure that the occupancy sensor will actually time out, and we use it for training purposes or testing purposes. To enter into the test mode, the way that we do that is, once again, that's listed on our cover on the inside of the beauty ring. And to enter it, you push it 4 times. So we're going into function 4. And now it'll blink back at us once, but we want to push it 4 more times. That'll put the sensor into a test mode. Test mode will expire after 10 minutes automatically, so you don't have to go back and reset this sensor. And what it does is it turns down the time delay down to 30 seconds, and it also reduces the microphone so that we can be in that space and make noise, and it's not going to reactivate the lights. The other thing that we can do through the push button programming is we can detune that microphone. And the reason why we might need to do that is because if we have a space where it's in a classroom, they leave the door open, students walking in the hallway, something along those lines, it will actually cause the microphone will pick up that noise and keep lights on. So the way that you detune a microphone is we would go into using our occupancy sensor programming guide. This is available on the web, and it also comes shipped with the units as well. We would go into function number 12 to make that microphone adjustment. From the factory, we send them out in the setting that we call normal, which is the highest pickup range. But from there, we can detune it from normal to medium to low to off. Generally, we find that when these sensors are installed, the contractor installs them, forgets about them, and doesn't have to make that occupancy sensor adjustment. But to make that setting, we would push the button 12 times. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And this sensor would actually blink back the current setting. The default setting would be a blink back of a number 1, which would stand for normal. If we pushed it twice, that would actually turn the microphone off. If we pushed it 3 times, it turns that microphone down to medium If we push it down 4 times, that'll actually turn it down to low. Once you're done making your settings, you can take your cover, stick it back on, rotate it, that'll lock that cover in, and it should take you about approximately 2 minutes to make any sort of adjustment to the occupancy sensor that you need to. All of our occupancy sensors, whether it's a ceiling mount sensor, a wall corner mount sensor, or our box mount sensor, program very similar through that push button programming. The wall switch sensor programs a little bit differently, and we have another video that we can go over that as well. Thank you very much for your time. Have a great day.